Alright, welcome back everybody, welcome back to the moth-hawk project. And today we're going back where we were, so we're gonna fix this tree pod right here. And then once that is done, I think I will be uh, cleaning up some gaps. Alright, no further ado, let's get started on this, shall we? So as you can already manage, I'm actually getting better and better all the time, so that's good. I had some trouble, but the headache is almost dissipating, so yeah, that's actually very nice. Also, I'm very happy upon what I have achieved on my drawing part. The main problem I had with drawing, what the hell? Something is off. No, not that. I don't mind that it is all now a little bit better. Some bits and nooks and crannies are a little bit confused, but that happens. If you it's not its grid are not loading up properly, and that's what caused all the commotions in the first place, anyway. So yeah, right now I'm trying to get this drawing up and running, so don't mind me. So creating the wood is the most important part here and there. And the more we do this, the better it gets. So once this is all done, I can then start with the different colors on it, shading, light and dark colors. And then, you know, once that is all done, most of the colors will be finally there. So yeah. Now, where we left off last time, which was, I believe it was Monday. We left off with a lot of it still missing, so this part right here is missing. This whole bit right here is missing, so my goal today is actually fixing this part right here until there. And that's my goal. It's not a big goal, but it is a goal nonetheless, and it's actually quite a good goal, because it is a very reasonable goal in the time span that we have today. So yeah. A lot of the drawing here and there is a little bit confusing. It is not fully done properly. I noticed it already, but it should be fine. You know, when you learn from coloring more and more and more. You finally realize, like, oh well, this is good, or this is bad, or this is good, or this is bad. And I like how far we are now. Interesting. So, if we enter this right here, now we should be fine. There we go. So by creating this kind of effect, it should be fine, but you never know. Sometimes this thing can be a little bit of a hassle. So yeah, I've been working quite well on this. A lot of time I have been spending on getting back into the business. You know, it is a little bit of an it has been quite a while, like a week of getting shut down by stupid problems is a very annoying thing to have happening. But I'm glad that we are now getting to the point where I was like, ah, well, this was the problem, and now the problem is fixed. So that's good. once we add the third color to this should be all handy dandy fine. So, and then the tree will look even better. Yeah. I'm a little bit exhausted yet, but oh well. Happens, right? So yeah. A lot of time has been passed since I left off, and things that I have been trying to do right now is actually just, getting back in on the tracks. One of the things that I really found out that was actually really nice to see is that, the progress I made with the emotions is still standing, so thumbs up on that. The moth-hawk, is still a moth-hawk. It's a long, dredged out project that takes a long time because, well, I am now at the second tree, and we still have some trees to go. But that doesn't stop me. Honestly, it doesn't. It's just, means that, we, well, I'm looking forward to work on it, but it is a little bit of a long, dragged out road. So therefore, it is a little bit of an iffy part when to do it and when not to do it. Because, it's still a thing that needs to be done, but that's why I don't want to finish it just yet, this bit. Because, I can already feel it on my hands that this thing is actually like a very nasty piece of work. Especially, the coloring in part. The drawing part is not a problem here. It's the coloring in part because it is like a lot of moves that you need to require to get everything up and running in the right place at the right time. And I must say though, I'm quite happy. Very happy indeed. A lot of this is actually, working good with me, so therefore, it should be fine. Alright. Now we can add this into that, into there, and that should be fine. It's just, that I'm trying to do my very best here to fix things. Alright. So as you can see, the more color the more color I put into the woodwork, the more it comes alive. The main issue is that we also need a darker color to represent the wood as well. So we only have now the light color, so therefore, it is a bit of an iffy thing to do. But once the whole thing is done, then we need to work on, getting the darker color in that so that, the tree gets more alive and alive and alive and alive until it finally is fully done. I believe we need to do that coloring on a different layer, so therefore, we're not harming this one right here. But, that's all, a thing that needs to be considered while working on it. And, yeah, right now I'm trying to do my very best. Try to keep up with the work that I do, so therefore, I'm not in the problem. Alright. Alright. So. There we go. go. That way, that way. This way, and that should be fine. Yes, it does. Good. We don't have to clean everything the same way as it always. We don't have to push it in. We can just, casually move around left and right, leave open gaps behind because, we can still fill them in with darker pigment of the same color. Alright. So, how to do this? Well, the main way to do this is actually just, doing everything my way. Like this, and then that, and then this right here. Just like that. Lovely. So if we now look back into the drawing that we have this, which is the same color as that. Lovely, so there is no problem there. And then we need to add the rough colors in there. Which is gonna be the most painful thing to do. Because now we only have the light colors in there, not the rough colors, so the darker, more iffy colors that can cause major issues if done wrong. But no worries there, we just can move on with this and then clean up our biz, and then it should be fine. It just takes time here and there. What I was planning to do this today was actually, playing some video games, which I'm gonna do anyway. I'm now working on getting from point A to point B in one of the video games. Like, I'm now at a, how do you say that? I'm playing an MMORPG where, there is a level from level 0 to level 250, I believe. So that's all fun. And right now I'm trying to work my way upwards towards level 140, I believe. And it's quite fun. I'm constantly soloing a boss, even though, it's not a very advisable thing to do, because apparently you need to play an MMORPG with a team. I never heard about that word, team, in an MMORPG, but yeah, apparently you can play it solo. It's just really hard. And I like it. I like a challenge. So yeah, I'm working now to get one of the pets up and running. So it's like an NPC that I can use in fights, even though they are absolute trash. They are just there to just block a bullet. Literally, they're just meat shields right now. Eventually they will be better, but right now they're just meat shields. Imagine, you're fighting level 130 boss and the pet is like level 50 and he's like, I got this, and then, he dies instantly by one hit. Yeah. But they can tank now. They can tank auto attacks now, but they don't tank the effect after that. So they cannot tank spells, but they cannot tank auto attacks right now. So that's good. That's already a little bit more decent than some of the other things that you can pull off your magical head, like NPCs that are absolutely garbage, or other player characters that you can hire. But yeah, they are the same as bots, so therefore they are absolute garbage because they need to survive. So if they get hit by some measly little spell, it's instant like, no, not the pain, not the spell, and then they die. Normally I would taunt, but that apparently doesn't work sometimes, because apparently later game bosses have like AoE spells that can be really horrendous if you don't dodge them. They can be hazardless and they can be very scary. I don't mind them to be scary though. I just mind that they are very, very troublesome sometimes. Alright. Alright. Just like that. And then I need to go down, right? Yeah, I need to go down. Like this. So, yeah. The MMORPG is actually quite fun to play around. It's just a little bit of a... Sometimes a little bit of a... jack of all. It's, not good. Absolutely, the graphics are horrible. They're the old school graphics of WoW. But the combat mechanics, decent. Fun builds you can pull around. You can pull stuff out of your ass. Like you can go full lifesteal build. It's quite hilarious. Like, oh, lifesteal. You know that thing that you normally can use. Yeah, lifesteal. It's great. Normal people would look at you like, why are you using lifesteal? And I'm like, well, because it's really good and really powerful. And then people are like, but it's horrible. And then I'm like, well, you could chuck potions, which you can craft, and that takes time, and you can use, you can buy potions out of the shop, and it's like, that's just pay to win. And I'm like, nah, I'll keep it, I'll keep the original idea. Just, lifesteal it. Lifesteal it all. Because if you deal 40,000 damage, you get all that HP back, so, eh. And bosses don't deal much more damage than that if you build properly. But most people in that game like to build glass canny. And I understand that because it's always easy to, if you can one-hit the enemy before it can hit you back, then, you're doing a great job. But if the enemy survives, however, oh boy, you're gonna be running for your life. And most of the people do. They are literally running for their life because they don't have a tank. And I'm like, wait a minute, he survived? Oh, well, don't mind that. Because, well, apparently, if an enemy hits you and you're building hybrid, apparently then the enemy is like, I will deal massive damage to your face. And I'm like, go ahead. But I will deal massive. Just go ahead. And then, and it's like, wow, 700. Nice. Lifesteal. 2000. Thanks. So the damage they do doesn't matter. And it's hilarious to see that happening. It's like, haha, I will use my beautiful AoE damage that you cannot dodge. And I'm like, cool. And then lifesteal everything back. It's like, thanks, man. I needed that sugaroo. I needed that healing. And then normally people would say like, but you cannot keep that up, right? You have mana. You're wasting so much mana. You cannot keep it up. And I'm like, well, yes, but no. The funny thing here is that I actually built the build in such a way that every single time I'm using a spell, I gain mana. Therefore, every single time I use a spell, I have a chance to gain mana. Therefore, the chance of having no mana is very slim because I will have the mana back that I used. Because, I built my combo in such a way that, I had 100 mana wasted and I can gain 100 or 200 mana back. This sounds quite hilarious because then you actually have like a way to gain more mana, and that's actually quite how I build it. It's literally just a gambler like, alright, roll the dice, let's see if you get all the mana back that you just wasted on your spell. And yes, the build is not perfect. It doesn't deal that massive damage of beautiful numbers. No. That's not how the build is designed. The build is designed to do the bare minimum of damage. So instead of having like no damage, like all the tanks would, you have the bare minimum of damage. So it's like instead of heavy damage, medium damage. And medium damage is still good because, you know, you can still take the balls down. It just takes a little bit more time. But the funny thing is, in that perspective, I build my build in such a way that I also can serve as a tank, because apparently wasting a lot of mana means that you also taunt. Who knew? So yeah, because my damage is mediocre and I can spam it every 2 seconds, the boss has like a very nice iffy moment like, "You're casting more spells than the mage that deals massive damage. I'm gonna focus you instead." And I'm like, "Thanks, man. I'm hoping for that. I was hoping for that. You fell straight into my trap." And yeah, that's exactly how that build works. And it's hilarious because it's so funny to see like, aha, the boss is constantly running in soundless circles. The mage casts a spell, you pull the aggro back, and he needs to run back towards you. And then, you know, the mage casts a spell and you shoot back, and then, you know, it goes in again and again and again, and he has no way of stopping. Of course, you know, the bosses are not designed. Of course, the bosses are designed to, you know, take that problem out of the picture. But yeah, the problem. Well, the the main thing is that, you know, yes, the bosses are designed to distribute balance the damage between between everything. So, for instance, if there are some bosses that deal like massive AoEs if you are using too much stuns, and it's super hilarious because you're literally just fall asleep. And then the boss is gonna charge you with a beautiful spell of doom. Yeah. I have no way of how to counter it. The only way I know how to counter it is just like, don't use your spell, don't use your stun until it's low HP, and then, you know, you can stun it. The only downside is then, you know, it takes a long time to stun. Logic. And when it's done, you can break items of it. And then the more items you break, the more the more parts you break, the more chance it drops certain types of items. Also, you can see it in the character design if it is broken or not, which is great. And I like that. I like that tiny little detail like, haha, you broke the horn. Well, congratulations. The horn is now broken and you see that it is broken. You don't have to tell me that you have broken it. But, and the funny thing is, it's like a very cooperative game. So if you are like with 2 people and you are the one that breaks things and you're the one that taunts things, then you get additional rewards for that. The same goes for DPS and support, I believe. Yeah, support. Which is great. Because it rewards people to play their role. But of course, you know, I'm not playing one of those roles. I'm just playing the person that's for shits and giggles and be like, ah, I beat it, you boss, even though, you know, you're supposed to be one-shotting me, but I built my build different. You know, when you're playing non-shield and you have a shield, when you're playing a character that, you know, you're playing a tank with a bow. It's like, well done, me. I know how to tank. I got this. I don't use a shield. Pff, shields are for weak people. I'm using a bow. Oh, it's great. It's great. It's a funny ammo. It's a funny little ammo RPG that you can use and play around with. I like it. The same thing with Elden Ring. You can go very, very strange builds, and I like it. I also like the flavor on the skills of certain weapons, especially the special weapons. And that's it, right? That's it. I believe so. Have we cleaned it all? Yes, we have. Awesome, amazing, amazeballs today. What the hell went there? What the hell went wrong there? Oh, okay. Looks like we have to fix that sooner or later, but I don't know where it went. Ah. What went wrong here? Huh? What the? What is this? What is this? This strange thing that everybody is talking about. What happened here? Now I'm curious. Now I'm very curious. Why is it over the... Okay, it's something above, I believe, so we should definitely look for it. Is something here? No. 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 Something in here. What happened? Yes. Now tell me why that happened. What happened here? So if we put this back... then we have this again. Alright. There is something overlapping here that I don't like. Yes. Alright. Alright. What happened here? I'm gonna be guessing there's a bug here, right? Yes, there is a bug. Alright. I need to shut this hole down. I need to shut this down and I need to restart this thing. So I need to save it like this then. Because there is a bug here and I don't like it. Oh. Maybe this will fix it. Maybe. Nope. Nope. Alright, so hold on. So we're gonna save it like this, then we're gonna open it again. Oh no, wait, we need to close it and then we need to reopen it. And then we'll call it a day because this is a very, very delicate thing that I need to fix. Oh boy, 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 oh boy. Things never go like always good. So therefore, you know, happens. Of course you're gonna do it like this. Alright. Now we're gonna fix this by going in the settings. Then we're gonna go to the display setting. Yeah. Then we're gonna go to 100. Note how this works. You see, there are some issues. I'm not pointing any fingers here, but there are some issues. So we're gonna fix those issues by closing the system again. Now we're gonna go to 100 because, you know, we want to recommend it 100 for the scaling. Then we want to go to launch critter again. And this should fix it? I hope so. I goddamn hope so. I hope it does. So, now we have this back to normal. Alright. Strange critter always works. And then we want to see if by activating this, first we want to activate this, this, and this. Alright. Now we do want to activate this. No. There are some issues here that I don't see. There are some bug issues here because it is the... If I can see this now, this is now fully done, as you can see. And as you can see, this is a thing that happens, right? So what should now work? What should now happen? Oh, I see. This is supposed to be lower then, right? Well, that fixes a thing. That fixes things, but not fully. Ah, alright. So we need to fix that later on. Alright, fine, I guess. We need to fix that. I'm not gonna be happy. I'm not gonna be happy about that because we need to fix like a lot of shit here. Yeah, because this part right here is correct. This part right here is correct, but this part right here is absolutely a nightmare. Alright, fine. I guess we need to do it the original way then. Jeez Louise. But for the rest, it is now done properly, right? Yeah. Alright. We have now put everything back on. Except those things. Yes. Alright, good. Good. So if I now enter this and then back in, yes. Alright, good. Save. And that's gonna be a nightmare. Yay. But for the rest, it is all good and looking fine, so... it happens sometimes. We finished the tree, so I'm gonna be saying that that's it for today. And tomorrow I will try to get started on doing the black and white, well, the light and dark pattern inside of the tree itself. I'm gonna go from the tree trunk up. I'm gonna go for the tree trunk upwards, so therefore, you know, there is no problem there. I hope you all have enjoyed for today, and thanks all for watching. And I hope I see you all next time. Until then, I want to wish you all a lovely day, and bye!